Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aprilia Nilam Sari, and today I will present about the use of song lyric in teaching listening, a case study of junior high school, grade 8 in Bandung, by Melasari Hadian. We start from background. English has been recognized as being an important language for international communication. Foreign language learning can be considered from the four aspects of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Listening skill is essential for learning since they enable students to acquire information and knowledge. And to achieve success in communication with others, teachers can show students why good listening is useful and even crucial in some situations. Poor listening can lead to unnecessary argument and problems. It is important to teacher to find another way in teaching listening skill that's suitable with student interests. One of the technique is by using music or song. The use of music and song in the English language learning classroom is not new. It has been proven by many researchers that music and song become one of the effective way in English classroom. There are several reasons that songs may be helpful for learners. Young learners enjoy music actively, and this research entitled The Use of Song Lyric in Teaching Listening, a case study of junior high schools, grade 8 in Bandung, was aimed at investigating the students' response toward the use of song lyric during the teaching of listening, and the challenges faced by the teacher and student in using song lyric in listening class. Next, we move to research objective. The study is conducted to seek the response of the EFL student toward using song in teaching listening and investigate some challenges that faced by teacher when using song in teaching listening in the classroom. Okay, next we move to theoretical framework. First is Harmer, 2007, page 3020. He stated that because it is often difficult to know exactly which song the student liked at any particular time, and which song, very popular last week, have suddenly gone. From Horn 2007, page 7, state that various teaching methods are used to teach ESL learner, and according to research, music is the most important method to enhance the learning of ESL. And then next is from Lupin 2009, the vital role of listening in communication begins with the recognition that listening is the first language skill to be acquired. Next is, according to Brand and Lee 2009, Teacher of English as a Second Language (ESL) from around the globe enthusiastically report contribution to music education about their successful use of music and associate song lyric with students. And the last is Cahyono and Widiati 2009. A new reborn baby will first listen to the voice and sounds in his or her environment in order to internalize linguistic input before he or she speaks and learn to read and write. We move to next slide. Research method. Design is qualitative research. In order to answer the initial research question, the study employed qualitative method by involving a case study. A case study is different from the experimental study in some ways. The difference is that the experimental study typically involves comparing two or more groups while a case study involves a single individual or group and does not attempt to set up experimental and control groups for the purpose of the study and in an attempt to answer the research question. 38 students of second grade in junior high school in Bandung were selected as the sample of the research. They are native Indonesian, they are aged around 14, and most of them just learned English at school. The instrument is classroom observation and questionnaire, video recording, student checklist, and teacher field note during the teaching program. The data were collected through several instruments, namely classroom observation and questionnaire. The research was conducted along with the regular schedule in the school. The data were collected in 3 weeks in this study. Observation was used to gain the data during the implementation of using song in teaching listening skill that include student behavior. The classroom observation were conducted 6 times. The questionnaire used to collect data about participants' perception on method of learning English by using song lyrics. It was aimed to confirm and strengthen the data gained from the observation in the classroom. After collecting the data, the gained data from video transcription, student checklists, and teacher field notes were analyzed by the researcher. The data analyzed is presented in a form of descriptive explanation, teacher's field notes, teacher field notes, and student checklists were very useful to comprehend teachers' belief in carrying out the lesson plans. We move to the next slide. It's still research method. The data from the video recording was analyzed differently. There were several steps to analyze and identify the obtained data from recording, such as transcribing, coding the data, and summarizing the result. The data collected from questionnaire were analyzed and summarized by using the frequency table, then represented by graphs. To make a conclusion about the correlation between the result of the questionnaire and the result transcribed of the video transcription, teachers filed note and student checklists in order to seek the student response and result toward the use of song lyric in the listening classroom. This data includes specific behavior of students and learning circumstances conducted by the writer during the teacher activities. We move to next slide. Okay, now we add result and finding. The finding of the study show the use of song lyric as an effective technique for teaching listening. Significantly, it can be seen that the student enjoy their listening activity. As a result, they respond positively and enthusiastically to the lesson and engage easily in the whole learning process. However, using song lyric in the classroom is not an easy way to do. Teacher and student commonly find some difficulty in using song lyric in the student learning activities. And we move to the last slide. Conclusion. The result of this research toward the using of song lyric in teaching listening brought positive responses from the student. The data from teacher field notes, student checklists, and video transcription show that most of students gave their enthusiastic and attractive responses during the learning process by using song lyric as the media of learning. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.